Hey guys, welcome to another IGTV pro tip tutorial. I guess that's what we're calling it. This is a highly requested video and we're going over how to grow your Instagram. If you've never heard me talk or seen any of my videos, my name is Alana Parks and I run a social media marketing agency here in Houston, Texas. I basically help my clients create a revenue through social media streams, which is super cool. So if you're an influencer or if you're a boss babe or a business owner, I'm super excited to show you guys this video because we're gonna go over some really cool stuff. So make sure you get out your notepad and pens and let's dive right into it. The way my agency looks at growing your Instagram or your Facebook, because they go hand in hand, is A, circulating content, which is super important, B, getting people to click the follow button, and then C, actually retaining your followers and getting them to engage. So all three of these points are really important, and we're gonna go over kind of these sub tips on each one, how you can maximize it and use it to your advantage. Your approach towards Instagram is going to be the most powerful tool that you can use. So you need to think about it. Instagram is a business. Well, Facebook owns Instagram, so Facebook is a business. Facebook rewards you when you keep people on their platform for longer. So if you're able to engage your audience and get them interactive and they basically increase the time that they're spending on that platform, you're going to get rewarded. So that means that your content's going to be pushed out to more people because they think people like what you have to put out there. So you need to think about it. What can you do that people like that are going to keep them on the platform longer in order for Facebook to reward you for your efforts? Super important. The first thing we're going to talk about is how you're going to circulate your content. So if you're not going to be doing advertisements, which of course is my number one choice, there is a manual way to make sure that people are noticing your content. The really awesome thing is you don't necessarily need people to get on your page to notice your content. You can have people interact with your profile through other people's content as well. The Gary V Buck 80 strategy is a hashtag strategy that gets you to find users on Instagram. Depending on your niche, what you're looking for is about 9 to 10 different hashtags that align with what you're trying to do. You're going to click on those hashtags each day and comment on the top 9 posts per hashtag. As you're commenting, you're interacting with this community that aligns with what you're doing. You're effectively circulating your profile to more users, because when you like a post, someone gets a notification. When you comment on a post, someone gets a notification. Do you get what I'm saying? So that Buck 80 strategy is super powerful if you're going to be manually circulating your content. I always advise not to cheat the system. Don't buy followers, don't buy bots. You just have to be an active user of Instagram, and this is the easiest way to do that. Using local hashtags and geotags is also a great way to circulate your content. In a picture, when you kind of see maybe Houston, Texas right above, that's going to be a geotag, and you can click on those and it'll take you to a page, kind of like a hashtag page, that has all these different posts that are geotagged in that area. It gives you a great way to talk to your community that's literally right around you. So if you have a business, you always want to geotag, I don't know, Rice Village or downtown Houston, because you're going to be looking at people who are probably visiting those areas quite often. So geotags are really important. On the other hand, when we talk about hashtags, everyone knows you get about 30 hashtags per post, but 30 is a lot. If all 30 hashtags aren't relevant, it's not going to help your cause at all. So a good sweet point is maybe between 15 and 20 hashtags. And a good way to kind of categorize your hashtags is A, time-sensitive hashtags, B, hashtags that are specific to your niche, like very, very specific. Geographical hashtags is the third one. And the fourth one is going to be maybe a creative hashtag that's specific to your business. These hashtags as well don't need to be only on your post. Now Instagram has rolled out a feature where your Instagram stories can be on the Explorer page, which means it's in your best interest to put 10 hashtags on each story that you post. So keep that in mind. Your Instagram story can actually show up in a geographical area or even niche specific to someone who's searching for the things that you align with. So now that we know how to circulate our content, the next thing we're going to get into is how do you get people to click the follow button. So the first thing we want to think about is first impressions. What are people going to see as soon as they go to your profile? Besides from it obviously having to be visually aesthetic, we want to make sure that you're utilizing your bio in the most effective way. you want to kind of use the same verbiage that maybe you have already and then talk about the people that are visiting your profile. So instead of saying, I'm a business owner in Houston, Texas, I might say I'm giving business tips to other business owners in Houston, Texas. Because when you kind of take that approach, you're giving more value to the users, which is totally going to make people more impulsive and want to click that follow button. So keep that in mind. On the other hand, you also want to utilize your Instagram stories. There's about a 60% chance that once someone gets to your profile, they're going to click on your stories and see what have you been recently posting, which means ever since Instagram rolled out their story feature that's similar to Snapchat, you kind of want to keep that storytelling aspect so someone can easily follow along once they get to your profile. And the way that you should do that is everything that you post should have a beginning, middle, and an end. So for every idea that you think you should be on your Instagram stories, you should effectively be doing 3 recordings or 3 different posts for that same topic. So the storytelling aspect is going to put you in a super good position to get someone to click that follow button. The last thing that we're going to talk about is once someone clicks that follow button, how are you going to keep them to not unfollow you and actually be active with the content that you're posting? So I always advise that you're posting at least 3 times a week. But to be completely honest, you should really be posting once a day. Being an active user on Instagram is going to put you in a position where Instagram wants to reward you for being on the application all the time. If it seems a little bit overwhelming, you might want to look into scheduling your posts. It's super easy, and you guys can always DM me if you need help. With that being said, being active is just the first tip of keeping your followers. Also, you want to incorporate a CTA or call to action in every post that you post. Every post, every Instagram story, even in your bio should always have a call to action. It might sound really cheesy, and you guys have probably seen call to actions a lot, but if you're not putting it out there, your users aren't going to know what you need from them. And so a call to action on a post could be like, tag a friend, click the link in my bio, like this, and DM me if you think, this is a good thing to go after. This is going to put you in a position where you know what your audience wants from you, and that's going to keep them more engaged. So giving them what they want is going to be the easiest way to increase your engagement. On the other hand, you always want to be valuable. There's a big difference between being on Instagram and using Instagram. Start a conversation, give advice, tell people why something is going to be beneficial to them. When you are valuable and you're bringing something to the table, people are naturally going to be attracted to you. So in your approach when you're posting, you want to keep that in mind. To sum everything up, we just want to make sure that we're circulating our content, we're getting people to press the follow button, and we're also retaining our followers. So I hope that's really beneficial, you guys. We don't have a lot of time on IGTV to go over everything, so I'm keeping my DMs open. Please, please, please DM me or leave a comment below and let me know what you think. If you have any questions, totally open to answering them. I want you guys to be successful. Growing your Instagram really isn't hard. You just need to put the effort into it.